Okay, right now I'd like to just share with you how do I print documents from inside of DocuSign? How do I utilize that? Because again, a lot of us are doing our initial listing appointments. I know we're getting more and more electronic signatures, but there's still those situations where I need to have a document printed out. I'd like to have it professional looking, have it pretty much all typed up and ready to go. And I'm still going to be sitting down with them in the office or sitting down with them at a kitchen table at some stage and getting real hard, wet signatures on those documents. So it's still available to us. It's still a part of it. Still rolls through the same similar process we've seen in the past. It's just a little bit different overlook. And like we know, changes creates a little bit of change, rethinking on stuff. So here's what we're going to do. I'm just going to grab an initial meeting we've got set up here already, a room that we've already got in place. I'm going to open that up. So again, everything starts from inside of a room. And again, rooms are our new terminology for what we used to refer to as being those loops. So inside of this loop, this new room we've now set up here, and we've got the property address, we've named that room, we've actually got the location of the property involved in here already, we've got some information on listing, kind of made sure that we had a seller involved. We made sure that from a listing agent perspective, we were in there. And we referred to the fact that we want to make sure we include from a managing broker side of it or the administrative side of our office, drop us in, and probably the easiest to put us in as a listing agent number 2. What we're doing is we're setting up them individuals that need to be doing some signing and actually processing these documents through them. So the next step would be is if I'm inside of a room and I've created that room or I'm pulling back into an old room I had before, I'm simply going to go to my documents. Now inside those documents, let's say there was nothing here and I need to add something. I would go to my add, go to my DocuSign forms. Again, that's where all of our templates are residing at. Inside of here, I'm going to go and just pull up, let's just go to our Illinois Association Realtors forms. And let's just grab a disclosure of dual agency from a buyer's side of it. We'll pull that in here. So now that document has now been brought into this room, this listing room at 700 Logan Avenue. Pops over here, our disclosures we've got. I should say there's the brand new one. Sorry, they put them in order. Disclosure except for dual agency. And if, let's say we wanted to actually physically print this out and have it available for us. So the next step is we just go to what we call an envelope. Because if I open it up here, I don't gain the print option at this stage. I can look at other actions, which is just me pretty much my authentication portion of it and how I can look at it. That's not what we're shooting for here. But I do have the ability inside of here is to modify the document and basically set up the printed version I'm looking for. So I'll pop my name in there. If I wanted to put any more down here as far as the signatures or wet signatures we're talking about here, I wouldn't do that. If my address didn't populate properly, I would take care of that here as well. So I'm just going to fill in the blanks as needed. We're going to save it and close it. Now, once we've done that, we're going to move to the envelope stage. Actually, let's stop here at the people first. Because under the people, these are the ones that are able to view this loop or view this room. I'm going to always say that for a while here. View this room is what we've got. But the actual printing stage or the electronic version of it occurs back here under the envelopes. So under the envelope section here, we're looking at, this was our original listing we had set up. But let's say now we need to have another document added in here. Every time I want to set up a new document for printing, I'm going to basically do this one now as being the buy side of it. So it looks at them as being a separate folder that's available for everything brought into play. Now, these were all the documents inside of that room. So let's say I'm moving forward with these guys under a buyer's agency situation. Listing sold, we're moving forward. There's a possibility I may become a dual agent. They want to look at one of my listings. So I'll grab that dual agency form and I'll add it into here. So now once I've added it here, and I want to view this document, it brings it up for me. And remember the work we just did back there when we brought it into the room initially? There's my typed in information. There's where I made sure we have the property address on the property. So now this document is basically ready to be printed out and hard signed. And that is right here. So I click on the print button, select the printer I'm working with, and I can go ahead and shoot it out. And it's actually covered up here, guys. So up in this upper corner, you're going to find the print section, I believe you can't see with the overlay going on here. So there's your print section right in there. Print this out and you're all good to go. So that's how we spin around inside of DocuSign and get to a hard copy or a hard version of what we're looking at to print out. And that applies for every document we got. So short overview is we go into the room. Once we've seen that room itself, we then go to the signature portion of it or the envelope, and we set up an envelope on it. We'll open up that envelope. That document has been brought into it, and we have the ability now to take a look at it and be all good to go. And we have hard copies ready to roll. You have a good one.